All right, what is going on, guys? Good morning. It is stage number 12 of the Dakar Rally. And, well, it's the final stage. All said and done, we had the stage preview last night, if you guys saw that. But if not, it was a quick recap. 62 kilometers. It's basically a sprint race to the finish. And it was because 15 wide was the starting. So doing that mass start of the iconic Dakar starting on the beach back in its original format when it was in Senegal. So it was cool to see that they were going to do that again at this year's rally towards the end. And they've done it across the years in different formats in different areas. But yeah, this was pretty epic. So 15 wide starting in the bikes, 4 wide for the vehicles, inverted start order. So that means if you were in the end at the back of the pack, you were going to be the first row out. So it was awesome to see that, give these guys a little bit of chance to open up the stage. You know, these guys still running every bit of 4,000 miles, even with the one stage that was shortened for the bikes. So it is really, really awesome to see the journey and to see a lot of the competitors here from North America make it across the finish line. So notables on that one: Jacob Argubright, we've had Skylar Howes, we have Willem Avenant, we have, well, Willem is a citizen of the world. I'm not sure which continent he represents, but nevertheless, he's still one of our guys. And then Jordan Strachan, as well as a few others in there, Ricky Brabeck, and man, I'm trying to remember the whole list, but yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see that. So, okay, we're going to jump into the results here in just a minute, but I want to cover really quick. Okay, it is time for the Dakar hangover officially. So that means that for the next few weeks, nobody's going to want to hear anything about the Dakar, but here's what we've got coming. There's a few things that we're going to be doing. We've got a few different interviews that were amassed by Kira at the Dakar as part of the West by 1000. And so pretty awesome to see. I've got a few of them, working on downloading them. I'm sure she's got a lot more media on there. It's just Wi-Fi is kind of spotty, but stay tuned because that stuff is going to be coming. We'll be putting it up on the channel for you guys to watch, including some conversations with the UTV guys and talking a little bit about what it takes to even get into the Dakar as a UTV driver. So looking forward to showing you guys that conversation. I've already seen a couple of bits of it, as well as we're going to be talking about some of the rallies. So one of the most common questions that gets asked when Dakar season rolls around is, how do you get into the Dakar? How much does the Dakar cost? We're going to focus on some targeting videos on that kind of information. And of course, we've got a few guys that have done it. So we'll invite a few guests like Kyle McCoy on it, who has the numbers, who's recently competed, as well as Willem Avenant. We'll have Jordan back on. I want to have them recount their tale, right? The stuff that we didn't get to see the day in, day out, and what that was about. So looking forward to sharing those conversations with you guys. And then we're going to be continuing that with some of the rallies that we have here in North America. In North America, we have the, I don't know, say the privilege, the honor, the whatever you want to call it. We have 2 rallies that really go off for a while there. They were going off at the same time during the year, but this year in 2025, it looks they'll be finally separated enough to where it's possible to participate in both. So we'll talk a little bit about that. That is the Sonora Rally coming up in March, and then Baja Rally coming up at the end of September, beginning of October. So you've got those 2 rallies, as well as some other ones that are getting started. So we'll talk a little bit about those as well on the channel. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of rallies. If you're going to go to the Dakar, you got to start somewhere. And so that's somewhere, there's rallies across the world that you can participate in. But if you're on the North America side of things, there's rallies here that could get you at least get headed in the right direction. You got to remember, when you go to the Dakar, you're signing up for, almost 5,000 miles in this year's iteration of it. And you got to be ready for that. And the only way you're going to get ready for that is practicing. So with that being said, that's enough of that. Let's talk results. So first of all, we're going to cover the stage results. We already know, if you're on Instagram this early in the morning, you already know who won the rally. So no surprise there. But let's talk a little bit about the motorcycle standings. Stage number 12, that sprint race, 62 kilometers. Doherty in that number 1 spot, finishing up in 54 minutes and 11 seconds. Adrian Van Beveren in the number 3 in the Monster Energy Honda, finishing up 54:14, going to be 3 seconds back. And then from there, Tobias Ebster in the number 3 spot, 54 minutes and 55 seconds for him, finishing 44 seconds back. So not a lot of a gap there. Tasha Sharena in the number 4 spot, finishing on that Monster Energy Honda, 55:08, and then 57 seconds back. Stefan Svitko in the number 5 Slonov Rally Team, 59 seconds back. So you got to go top 5 within 1 minute of each other on that one. Then you've got Daniel Sanders on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing bike, 55 minutes, 18 seconds, finishing 107 back. Luciano Benavides tied 55-18 and 107 back. Dumotier in the number 8 spot, Honda HRC, 56 minutes, 18 seconds, finishing 207 back. Rui Gonzalez in that number 9 spot, Sherco Rally Factory, 56 minutes, 19 seconds, finishing 208 back. And rounding out the top 10, Ricky Brabeck with a time of 56:33 and 22 seconds, alongside Skylar House in 11th, 56:33, 22. So a tie there on that one. Let's take a look as we go down. Edgar Canet in the number 13 spot. Nacho Cornejo finishing 14th. Our guy Jacob Argubright, another one of the North American Rally finishers. We've got a time of 56 minutes and 40 seconds for him, finishing 229 back. And then Willem Avenant finishing up 84th, going to be at 132.14, 38 minutes back. So very well done there for our guys out of North America. This is very good last stage. I mean, we knew it was going to be a short stage. It was really just an exercise for these guys. Obviously, through the dunes was just never easy. So, okay. What we have been waiting for, and I should say finishing up in 82nd place. We'll start with him first, Willem Avenant. So if you guys have been following Decoding Dakar with us, talking a little bit about the journey to Dakar with Willem, it is awesome to see, finishing the race in a first attempt, the first time there, and just to finish the race is very, very difficult. There's always things that catch people off guard. There's all that stuff. Willem throughout the rally has been in amazing spirits. I know he has been challenged, but he's kept his head focused, and at least, like a duck, you panic under the water, but up top, cool, calm, and collected. And so it's really awesome and really inspirational to see that stuff. So I'm looking forward to talking with him when he gets back. We'll talk a little bit more about his story and just how it went. I think that is going to be a really cool one. So if you haven't already liked or if you haven't already subscribed, you're going to want to do that so you can catch his story both here, and then we'll have him also on his channel as well. So very awesome to see. Very, very awesome to see. So let's take a look at the overall results. Again, like I said, if you're on Instagram or any of the social medias, you already know who won it. And we kind of knew it going in because it was such a short stage. Daniel Sanders, your 2025 official, according to the results, official winner of the Dakar Rally, Daniel Sanders, finishing up with a total time of 53 hours, 8 minutes, and 25 seconds, collecting a 1-minute penalty and getting a total of 22 minutes and 56 seconds. I think that penalty was a little higher earlier. I think that might have been adjusted. Anyway, let's take a look here in the number 2 spot, and that was Daniel Sanders on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing Team. Then it is Tasha Sharena in the number 2 spot, Monster Energy Honda, 53 hours, 17 minutes, and 42 seconds for him. That is going to be an 8-minute and 50-second gap, so still getting about 10 seconds on him on the final stage, but obviously there was not much to do there. Then picking up actually 19 minutes and 31 seconds of bonus time. Then you have Adrian Van Beveren again on the Monster Energy Honda HRC bike, 53 hours, 23 minutes, and 38 seconds for him, finishing up 14:46 back. So very well done on that one. 2-minute penalty total on the rally, or in the rally, 22 minutes and 53 seconds worth of bonus time. So very cool to see that. Could the results had been different? Yes, there could have been a little bit of a difference, and I think that it would have been Tasha Sharena leading the rally had bonus time not been around. Possibly. I don't know. We'll have to do the math. It looks like it on the surface, but it's too early to math right now. Let's get on to the rest of the top 10 of the 2025 Dakar Rally. In the number 4 spot, Luciano Benavides, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 53 hours, 31 minutes, and 8 seconds for him, finishing up 22 minutes and 16 seconds back. Ricky Brabeck, top 5 in the number 5 spot, Monster Energy Honda, 53 hours, 38 minutes, and 42 seconds for him, 29:50. And then Skylar House in the number 6 spot, Monster Energy Honda, 53, 31, 36 for him, finishing up 42 minutes and 44 seconds back. Then Nacho Cornejo on the Hero Motorsports Team Rally Bike, 54 hours, 7 minutes, and 12 seconds. Then it's Edgar Canet in the number 8 spot, and our first Rally 2 bike, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 54 hours, 49 minutes, and 21 seconds for him. Tobias Epster, the number 2 Rally 2 bike and number 9 at the 2025 Dakar Rally. BAS World KTM Racing Team, 55 hours, 22 minutes, and 46 seconds for him. Rounding out the top 10, Stevan Svitko, Slonov Rally Team, 55 hours, 23 minutes, and 30 seconds for him. So very well done there. That is your top 10 overall at the 2025 Dakar Rally. Jacob Argybright finishing up in the number 22 spot on the RS Moto Honda Rally Team, 58 minutes, 51 seconds, and 48 seconds for him. So just awesome. Very, very awesome to see this. So absolutely excited for these guys. We got a lot more of the results and stuff like that. You guys can check it out on the Dakar website. Just go down to the live and you can see all of the rankings. You can find your favorite riders. Very awesome. Okay, let's talk vehicles. We'll talk the stage vehicles right now, and then we'll go through on the headline side of it. So let's see, taking a look at the stage winners. Moraes in that number 1 spot, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 54 minutes. See, I'm already talking hours again. 54 minutes and 14 seconds, followed by Nasser Al-Attiyah in the number 2 spot, Dacia Sandriders, 55 minutes, 47 seconds, finishing 133 back. Ladigan in the number 3 spot, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 56 minutes, 25 seconds for him. So very well done there. And then we've got, let's find out here. Let's head on back. There we go. Number 4 spot, Matthias Ekstrom in that Ford M Sport vehicle, the Raptor. 56 minutes, 26 seconds for him in the number 5 spot. Schroeder Laser Racing, 57 minutes, 15 seconds. Sparings in the number 6 spot. Team Rebellion and Sparings is in the Challenger class, 57 minutes, 24 seconds. Sadin in the number 7 spot, Team BBR, 57 minutes and 38 seconds for him. Jacopini in the number 8 spot, Overdrive Racing, 58 minutes and 13 seconds. Nanny Roma in the number 9 spot, Ford M Sport, 58 minutes and 15 seconds for him. And rounding out the top 10, the Mavis in that number 10 spot, X-Raid Mini JCW Team, 58 minutes and 20 seconds for him. So very well done there. Seth Quintero finishing up 15th on the stage with a time of 58.56. Then we're taking a look here. Sarah Price finishing up 14th. And looks like the leading or the fastest SSV on the stage, 58.53 for her. So very well done. Just 4 minutes out of the lead. So let's take a look here. In an all-out stage, that's actually that's impressive. You know, everybody's kind of gunning for it, but at the same time making sure they get to the finish. So it's good to see her ranked up that high amongst all of the vehicles. You know, again, fastest SSV or UTV of the bunch. Then Gonzalez Ferrioli in the 17th would be the second fastest. Then let's see here. We're still waiting. Now, I will say, though, I did check a minute ago, and it looks like SSVs were still working their way there, or there wasn't enough info yet in the app in order to get standings for them. So I do want to share that with you guys when it is available. All right, enough of that. Let's talk about the overall winners of the 2025 Dakar Rally in the vehicle category. Bringing it back. So since 2020, when the Dakar was brought back, or since 2020, there has not been a winner of the Dakar Rally in Saudi Arabia that was from Saudi Arabia. Well, that changed in 2025. Al Raji in the Overdrive Racing Toyota taking the win at the 2025 Dakar Rally, 52 hours, 52 minutes, and 15 seconds for him. Then Ladigan. This was the battle throughout the rally. This was back and forth with these guys, and then in the end, it ended up being a second place finish for Mr. Ladigan, 52 hours, 56 minutes, and 12 seconds with a 3-minute and 57-second deficit there. Matthias Ekstrom in the number 3 spot, Ford M Sport, 53 hours, 12 minutes, and 36 seconds, and then finishing 20 minutes and 21 seconds back. That is the current top 3, or I should say the official top 3 at the 2025 Dakar Rally. Let's talk about the rest of the field down to the number 10. Nasser Al-Attiyah finishing up in 4th. Dacia Sandriders, 53 hours, 16 minutes, and 13 seconds for him. Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh, top 5 finish at the 25 Dakar. Finishing up in that Ford M Sport, 53 hours, 54 minutes, and 25 seconds. So very well done there. We've got then Ceradori in the number 6 spot, Century Racing Factory Team, 54 hours, 4 minutes, and 19 seconds, finishing up an hour and 12 minutes back. Jacopini in the number 7 spot, Overdrive Racing, 54 hours, 50 minutes, and 2 seconds. Ferreira in the number 8 spot, X-Raid Mini JCW Team, 55 hours, 8 minutes, and 12 seconds for him. Seth Quintero and Sainz in that number 9 spot, Toyota Gazoo Racing, finishing up 55 hours, 12 minutes, and 19 seconds for him. Very well done there. Then let's take a look. Rounding out the top 10, Barawantha in that number 10 spot. Century Racing Factory Team, 55 hours, 51 minutes, and 41 seconds for him. Now let's take a look here as we go down the field. Brock Hager and Max Eddy looks like finishing up with the win at the Dakar Rally 2025. He is the highest placed SSV on this list at the moment. Sebastian Lowe Racing, RZR Razor Factory Racing, 59 hours, 13 minutes, and 11 seconds for him. So very well done there. Let's see if we can find our next two guys. Lorenzo Contardo finishing up second in the UTV category. And then it looks like Pinto in the number 31 spot overall is going to be your third place in the SSV category. So looks like they're starting to get results in for that one. They have marked this provisional still at this time. So that is probably due to the guys in the back of the field still getting through the podium and not everybody in. So there could be some changes. Top 3, I don't think that's going to be. We'll see. Again, as you guys heard during the rally and as we were talking about it, that there was more often than not, as I'm getting alerts from the app stating, you know, that, oh, the course has, or clerk of the course has issued this, has issued that. It's split up in two. So the way the Dakar organizes it, they have an app for the participants where you can see the motorcycle side of it, and then you can see the vehicle side of it, FIM versus FIA. And the FIA side of it was always more busy, like 5 or 6 times more busy with protests than the FIM side of it. So very, very interesting to see that. I don't know. Does that mean the car guys are kind of princesses? Food for thought. Okay. Anyway, so that is the top 10 overall for both the motorcycle and the cars. And man, like I said at the top of the show, we've got a lot coming. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. We've got Sonora Rally coming up next here in March, and then Baja Rally on the tail end of the year back in September, October side of it. Both rallies have already announced rally schools coming up in short order. So we definitely want to get you guys that information. I know it's the Dakar hangover, but you know what? Now's the time. If you're thinking about participating in any kind of rally style event, these schools are going to be the first thing that you're going to want to hit and start working. So we'll work on a bit of a game plan. We'll start talking a little bit more about that, and we'll go from there. So I don't, and we'll leave it up to you. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see the recipe? You want to see what it takes to get into one of these North American rallies? You know, what the plan could be, what could help you get to something like this? Because ultimately, it's rallies like this that lead to the Dakar. Jordan Strachan, a graduate of both Sonora Rally and Baja Rally. Willem Avenant, same thing, participated in both rallies. Many of the riders from the USA, you know, you have Ricky Brabeck, Skylar Howes, Jacob Argybright. All of these guys have raced both Sonora Rally, and some of them raced the Baja Rally. So there is a lot that can be done here. We've got other rallies that are coming up, other rallies that are doing, including the Kota Rally. There is another rally possibly coming up called the Battleborn Rally. There's a ton of stuff going on in North America. If you want to get into Rally Raid, you don't have to travel across the world. And I can tell you right now, you don't have to spend about $100,000 just to get to one event. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Drop the comments below. What do you guys want to see? Now it's time to get through this Dakar hangover and make it to the other end and get back to the normal life. So hope you guys enjoyed. I really appreciate you guys, everybody that liked and subscribed and did all of that stuff throughout this whole 14-day journey that is the Dakar Rally. I'm absolutely excited and stoked to see all of the participation and all that. Again, I cannot say thank you enough. It has been great. And man, we got a lot more to go. Now the fun begins. Now we don't get to watch from afar. Now we get to do this here in North America. And if you're across the rest of the world, you know, we've hit pretty much every country at this point. I want to make sure that you guys have feedback and input. And I want to know, how'd you guys get into rally? You know, That's definitely a thing, because rally here in North America is kind of like soccer. Not really, not the super, well, in the US, because then again, we have Mexico right to the south of us, and well, soccer is a religion down there, but rally racing is not. But in the rest of the world, it is extremely popular as a sport. So definitely would like to see some of that influence get over onto this side. But anyway, at this point, the coffee's kicked in. It's time to get this video uploaded. Stay safe, guys, and remember, it'll make sense when you get there. Enjoy the ride.